First of all, I want to thank you guys for being with me. Who have I got with me here today?
Hi, I'm Stephanie Cologne.
Stephanie Cologne, we know each other.
Hi, Lori Long.
Lori Long.
Yes.
And you guys have something, you're building something
Yes.
for the community. And what's it called? And describe a little bit of it if you don't mind.
Sure. So it's called Empower and Evolve. It is a movement. We don't really call it a group, but it's a movement about empowering people, and especially women, to feel confident in themselves and walk forward with what they're called to do and their purpose in life.
Right. We want to empower women and sometimes men to understand how deeply worthy they are. You are called to do something specific in this life, and sometimes we get stuck in I am just, or I'm not good enough, or who am I to be. But that's why you don't have to go climb Mount Kilimanjaro to realize your purpose and to realize what you're supposed to do. It's right here. All you have to do is really dig in and understand you are worthy. Let's overcome all the yuck. Let's do the work and empower you to step into everything that you are meant to do and be, because the ripples in the water that you create impact other ripples and create new ripples, and the world needs your gift. The world needs who you were created to be. So we're trying to get people to get through the yuck and the minutia of it all and step into everything they
That's wonderful.
are meant to be.
It seems like women in particular,
Yes.
I hate to point it out,
It's okay.
but
We love men.
they
We're just gonna take over here
sacrifice.
for a minute.
they have everybody's got a priority list.
Yeah.
And it seems, talking with women through the years, and my wife and my mother, they put themselves at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
The priority, they always know that they could be doing stuff for themselves,
That's right.
but they
When we're caregivers.
fill it with taking care
Yeah.
of.
Other people.
And so this program or this thing
Yeah.
reprioritizes.
Yeah, so what we started out with doing is, Lori and I were having these conversations about, years ago, about how women are struggling with all kinds of challenges that we face every day. And even in the workplace, so, and understanding that women were, being competitive all the time, or with each other in the workplace, there are issues at home, being the best mom, being the best soccer mom, or, baseball
I
parent.
hear them, but I don't know.
Yeah. And so we just started having these conversations about how can we create something that's going to do a mind shift. Like, how can we talk to people about having a mind shift and like taking what those thoughts are out of, this blinder vision and focusing on other things, like in positive ways, right? Turning it around. And so once we started doing that and creating an opportunity for women to support other women.
Yes.
That's really what we're looking for. And we talk a lot about collaboration versus competition.
Right, competition is healthy and good, but we want collaboration, because across industries or within the same industry, what we don't want is for people to think, oh, well, if I shine her light, my light dims.
Right.
That is not at all. If I shine your light, I actually shine brighter because I'm supporting you.
Right.
And within, especially Lakeland, because we love Lakeland. We live here. I was at one point the executive director of the Downtown Lakeland Partnership, and my whole thing was to get everybody to work together. Come downtown, work together, support each other. And if we are not, I use the analogy, I'm not kicking chairs away from the table. I'm pulling chairs up to the table. So if Stephanie and I can get you to intentionally be selfish, it sounds bad, but it's not. We are at the bottom of our priority list.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were like, why am I empty? Why am I so miserable? Why am I not getting anywhere? It's because you have to put your own mask on first, so that you can be a good caregiver. Because when we're empty and we're scraping the sides of the bucket to give to others and to take care of others and to be successful in business, if we don't have a full bucket, we can't give.
That's right.
And you have to set time aside to fill that bucket. So if we're collaborating and working together to support each other, realtors and bankers and teachers and executives and entrepreneurs, we fill different parts of each other's bucket by working together.
Right. And it doesn't have to be, just doesn't have to be such a competitive level, right?
That's
Like,
right.
we try to cultivate a space where women can come together and be vulnerable, have these conversations.
Open up with what's on the
And
inside.
trust
Yes,
each other.
and
You have
trust.
to-
Yeah.
You have to create that for people to trust.
Yeah.
When you come
Oh,
to our
yeah.
events, they don't trust each other right away. They sit at the table like, I'm not opening up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what we do and how we have created this workshop to be these empowerment workshops. By the second or third break, they are leaning in
So
and
you're
talking
onto
to each
something.
other.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. And it's so funny when we do surveys at the end, the responses that we get back are always very positive and they love it. The one negative thing, if there's anything that's negative,
Sooner.
more time.
More time to talk to each other.
Oh, they didn't
just-
wanna finish
didn't wanna
the
finish.
No.
workshop.
Isn't
Yeah.
that amazing?
They want to go for
They
8
want more
hours.
time.
And we're like, I don't know if we can talk that long.
Yeah.
I mean, we could. We're women. We like to talk.
Sure.
But, you know.
But they don't want us talking to them. They wanted
Yeah,
more time with
very
each
true.
other. I mean, more time us talking, but they were digging in and really
Yeah.
sharing. And
Once they decide to open that valve,
Yeah,
it pours
exactly.
out.
it's a need.
Yeah, we had a woman share. Here's some great outcomes. So we'll
Yeah.
share that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So one of the first ones that we recognized was a woman was explaining that she had lost her job, and you know there are no assigned seats. Let me
Nope.
say that. So people come in, they sit wherever they want. And then a lady was sitting down with another lady at the table who they didn't know each other. She needed a job. She gave her a card and now they work together and they're so happy. I just spoke to them yesterday, followed up, and they said the employer said the employee's working out great, employee loves the employer, and it's just like a match made in heaven.
But at first she was afraid and embarrassed to say, I don't have a job,
Yeah.
I need a job.
Yeah.
So it took her probably 2 hours into the event, because the events are 4 hours,
Yeah.
for her to say, can I share something? And we're like, yes,
Yeah,
share.
share.
And then goosebumps. And then she was like, wait, but it takes understanding you're not going through it alone, because we live in brave silos. I am in a brave silo. I'm not going to share what I'm going through. I'm not going to. And then they share it, and the
Mhm.
arms are wrapping around each other, like even just praying for each other or talking to each other, or I know somebody that
Connecting.
you don't know.
Yes. Mhm.
And people have gone to lunch. They've had little
Little dinners.
groups.
They've
that
made
gone.
they've created their own little dinner groups.
Mhm.
And we joke about it. Like we were not invited, but that's okay. But we're
You're
glad.
doing for the greater good.
That's right. We're so glad, but we're glad they're doing it. You know,
Sure.
we make jokes about it. There's been another situation where a couple of women. Again, we know everybody who's coming, not personally per se, but we just know the names. But we don't know that who knows who
Right.
in that group, right? It's like when we assume everybody knows everybody, not
Yeah.
necessarily the case.
I find that, I think you know somebody that, like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know them?
that?
All right, let me
I
connect
know,
you.
it's like
Yeah.
people keep growing or something.
Yeah. So these two women apparently had some sort of misunderstanding years ago, and then they weren't really friends anymore. And through our dialogue and our conversations and the topics that we were talking about that specific day, the person who came over and apologized to the other, and the other person received it well. And
Restoration.
yeah, so it's life altering, I think, for some women.
Of
We've
course.
had women follow us to every event
Yeah.
that we've created. So we have followers, which, you know, I mean, we're just normal, average ladies here doing this thing. And so it's kind of funny to say that, but
If your world's getting better, keep doing what you're doing.
yeah, we love
If
it.
you're making the world a better place and someone recognizes it, come on, man.
Yeah.
And that's why we call it a movement. It's not a membership-based organization.
Right.
We
Mhm.
do charge for our events because we have to rent the space and buy the food and all the things. And it is our business, so we're of course making money. But
Yeah,
what
we're
we
not a
want,
nonprofit.
what we don't want is you must be here every time to be a member. There's not that expectation.
Right.
What we want is for people to want to come to our events, bring new people, return, because I was an educator. My first career was a teacher. We learn in layers. And that is why we talk about, you go to the same events, but you hear something new every time.
Right.
And it gets deeper and it sinks lower into your soul and into your heart. And you think,
Mhm.
wait a minute, I didn't hear that last time. So as we're peeling back the layers of the onion, which we all are, we're peeling back all
I
those
agree
layers.
100%.
Yeah.
You learn more and you dig deeper and you achieve more by going through. It's like we talk about, you go to
Like a
church
church,
every Sunday
yeah.
because you're gonna hear the same message
story
in a different way.
Yep.
And so it's just, we
Weird.
want people, listen, we had this thing, we were at an event and our brains are so aligned and they've been so aligned for so long. We were trying to decide who was gonna do something, so we were doing rock,
Just
paper,
tell what we were doing.
scissors.
We were trying to get the bottle of wine from the table that was empty that nobody drank.
Right.
Okay.
And we wanted to drink it.
We wanted to drink it.
Okay. Get up and go get it.
But neither
Well,
one of us wanted to be the one
We were
to
a
go
little
get it.
embarrassed.
So we were like, well, we'll rock, paper, scissors it. I think 7 times we did the exact same thing.
I think it was more than
We
that.
couldn't win. It was like paper,
Paper,
Scissors.
paper,
Rock.
paper,
Yeah,
paper,
the
Same
paper,
thing
paper.
every
Yeah.
time. And finally the server was like, I'll just go get the
funny.
bottle of wine. We're
And
like,
we were at the military ball.
Yes,
So
we were.
yeah. So back, but
Anyway.
sorry, that was a side note. But back to what we're talking about. So it's really about just creating this space. We bringing people in, you know, and spreading the word and really digging deep. And every time that we do a workshop, there are some overlap, but we have created new content.
Yeah.
We're continually creating new things and new exercises and to talk about and to do so
Sure.
that people can feel it, see it.
Well, you hear different people's issues,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
the solutions add up. You find the solution and you add up the solutions.
Yeah.
That's right, and the group is different every time, so the outcome is similar but different, and it's
Right.
just amazing.
What comes to my mind is years of the pressure building up inside of someone, okay? And then they're getting to it, and then they say, maybe this Empower group will be the one.
Yep.
And they come, and that spark,
Yes.
oh, and that pressure just,
Yeah.
all the pressure of all the sacrifice that they've had over the years, they're willing to start letting go and then start to
Well, we've
develop.
had women say that. They said, I came for this reason,
Mm-hmm.
because I like you guys, you're my friends.
Yeah, to support you.
And I thought maybe this
Appreciate
might
that.
be good for me. And this is why we're different. This is why we're unique. It's not come listen to Lori and Stephanie talk to you. It's not the Lori and Stephanie show.
Mm-hmm.
Many workshops and things like that are, and that's okay, because if you go to something and you're just learning from someone, that's one type of an event. That's not what we do. So when this woman said, I came for this experience, and she said it wrecked me. She said, I sat here finally able to unload and learn and to trust people, trust women. Lakeland is an amazing, beautiful small town that's actually growing and number 4 in the nation for growth. But we are such a small town that you're around the same people all the time,
Mhm.
and you know who you know, and you know who you want to know, you know who you want to interact with. But it's also very hard to get into those circles. You want to be in you don't know, and you don't know. Am I worthy to be in that? Of course you are, but you've got to have that interaction with that person. So that woman said, I've wanted to get to know this person forever, but I've never had the chance to get to know her. But they sat at the same table, and she said, I was finally able to just open up and create new experiences and new interactions with people I've wanted to get to know for
Yeah.
years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like both of you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
you see them on Facebook, you hear them, you don't know how their lives are doing until you meet them in person.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes just one little word. Do you guys, let me ask you a question. Do you guys find that it is really emotional?
Which part? From
When
the
someone
attendees?
opens up, do they
Oh.
just let you have
Yeah, I think the experience.
it? Are there tears at these
There-
workshops?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are tears. There is a collective, I'm with you. There is a collective within the group that's like, how can I support you? So it is a coming
Yeah.
together of people and saying, okay,
Sisterhood.
Yes. And we, it's share your information, share your contact information, however you want to do it. And then again, that relates to like the dinners that have been had with groups of women outside of that group, that just felt like they wanted to have new friends or different friends, and not be in the same, groups of people, just expanding their network, but emotionally, yes. And I don't think we ever anticipated that. I don't think we anticipated what we're doing now, to be honest.
Hit a nerve here, huh?
Yeah, and people are paying attention. I think people think we're their competition.
And we're not.
So, because it's
Yeah,
been
don't
said.
even worry about it. Think about you
No,
guys. Be the
yeah.
leader.
Yeah,
Leaders don't think about what's going on behind them.
no.
Do what you think is right, and I guarantee you, if it's right, they'll follow.
Well,
Yeah.
and we just want people, if we say anything about it, we're more of an opportunity. We're not trying to
Yes.
take anything away from
Yeah,
anybody
move us
else.
from the threat box of the SWAT to the opportunity box of the
Yeah.
SWAT. But what Stephanie said, I really want to hone in on that. The I support you piece, we are intentional about setting the culture every time we do an Empower Evolve workshop and soon with our retreat. We're really intentional about setting that culture. So when it is the I support you, let's say one of the last things, we had 10 tables in the rooms, we had almost 80 people. someone at the back table, when the person at the front table is like, oh, I can do this, or I'm just this, right? The person back here is like, absolutely not, I want to help you. And they're across the room, not even at the same table, wanting to support and wanting to offer help and wanting to offer, I love you, or I'm doing the same thing. It is emotional. There are tears. I've cried every time presenting. I will tear up and talk about, but it's amazing that it's not just at that table. And that's where this retreat came from that we're going to do. They wanted more time together. They wanted more in-depth conversations. We're like, okay, let's do a whole weekend.
Well, and I want to say this too, this is important, because not everybody just opens up because we're just talking about these things. We open up.
Yes, we do.
We talk about stories that have changed our lives and the trajectory of where we're going, from our personal lives, from our professional lives, and we just share this information, and it kind of breaks that barrier down to begin with.
Yeah.
You know, and we're just being authentic and who we are, and when that happens, I think, you know, the attendees, the women in the room, see all of that, and they can breathe a sigh of relief, and they're like, okay, wait, this is kind of different. And I think that's what starts stirring inside of them to feel comfortable enough to share.
If I'm sitting there talking to you and you say something to me that I know is vulnerable, why would you be vulnerable with me? That means you're trusting me.
That's right.
So now I can be a little bit more vulnerable with you.
Right.
And then the vulnerability starts the process of healing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, we've had so many great conversations, and people asking, you know, we've had somebody come to us and ask us if they could do something similar that we're doing, because they didn't want to step on our toes, and we were like, absolutely.
And how can we help you?
Yeah, and you know, so that's like imposter syndrome, right? Like, oh, I don't know if I can do that because that person's doing that, and I don't, you know, like, how do I compete with that?
Yeah.
No, because I can give you our entire, what do we call it, script, I'll just say script, or production, and what we produce, even our PowerPoints, I hate that word, but yes. Presentation, thank you. I give you our entire, I'm lost for words sometimes. I can give you our entire presentation, and you can take it and deliver it with excellence. However, you are not going to deliver it the same way we deliver it.
That's right.
It is going to be different, and that's okay. And so that's why we are not afraid to walk forward in what we're doing and worry about anybody else who thinks that we're competitors, because we're not. You know, we can give it to any other women's group or any other woman leader out there and be like, here, go for it. Here's how we've done it. We're not afraid to share that with people.
That's fantastic. Yeah, helping each other. I believe in karma. If you put good things out there, good things are going to come to you.
Yeah, I do too.
If you put bad things out there, bad things are going to happen to you.
Agreed.
So the more good you put out, the more you're going to get.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So tell me about the upcoming ones, if you don't mind.
Sure. So tomorrow, we're kind of sold out. We're having a power lunch. We just started these for this month. In between some of our workshops and now this big retreat, our focus is on that as well. But so that's just a table of 12 to 14 women coming together. We partnered with the Wine Garden, a newly opened women-owned business.
And she's spectacular.
Her
by
name,
the way.
yes.
Where's this at?
It's in the old Petals flower shop.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's Wine Garden. I think there's an ice cream shop right next door to it.
And a pizza place now, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a variety of things. You can get pizza, wine, and
ice
dessert.
cream.
Okay, there you go.
Make a night of it.
Yeah, there you go. So her name is Lisa, and I stopped in one day and I looked around and I was like, you have an amazing space. Can we come in and bring women here to promote her lunchtime hour? And she said yes. And so we're working together with her on that at the moment. And it may change location. Right now that's where it's at. So that's tomorrow from 11:30 to 1. And then we're going to host another one in August 28th. And so 2 weeks from
And what
tomorrow.
that is just a chance for women to get together as business women and talk about challenges they're facing, how they can support each other, and just come together.
Yeah, more of a mastermind type of segment over lunch, a little more relaxed than like class.
Yeah.
But to really talk about those things and have women connect on a different level.
Yeah.
Our workshops are kind of full, run the gamut. We're pretty busy throughout that. So we're bringing other women together and some who've never come to our workshop. And just to have them sit down and just let's talk about these things, some of the challenges and maybe problem solve, you know, have a little bit of that problem
And if you're
solving.
on the fence about the retreat, you can learn a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that tomorrow, obviously. The retreat is in Savannah, Georgia, at this beautiful What
A
did I
Georgia
say?
girl saying Jordan.
Georgia.
Did I say Jordan?
You did.
Savannah
You're a Georgia
Jordan?
girl.
Oh my gosh.
Gotcha.
My daughter's name is Jordan.
Oh, you got lucky.
I
Okay,
did, yeah.
okay.
So Savannah, Georgia, and this beautiful grounds of
Oh,
like
it's
35 plus acres. We just took a trip
So
up there to
gorgeous.
check it out. It's called Wesley Gardens Retreat. It has one big house that 20 women can sleep in.
Mhm.
So we're going to be there.
Lots of
for-
bathrooms.
Lots of bathrooms, yes. There was lots of bathrooms.
There's a joke there I could have thrown in there.
Uh,
Trying to bring Google Maps. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But there are walking paths, there's places to just sit and be still if you want to. It's just a place to relax, and I think what women are gonna realize, and what we're hoping that they're gonna take away, is a transformation. Like, you come in, you're here, what's going on, it is peaceful, we go through workshop stuff, you get to go out Saturday night, and then Sunday morning we finish up with a little bit of spiritual walk if you choose to do so, or spiritual prayer. There's a chapel on grounds, and we can have access to that if we want to. There's a dock. It's a beautiful
It's
space.
a getaway. It's
It
a
is, and
retreat.
You
And it is a
drive
true-
on, it is peaceful, there's a whole
Yeah.
feeling about the place.
Yes.
It's like, it's right out of Savannah, but it feels a million miles away.
Yes, it does.
In the middle of
gorgeous.
nowhere, but in the center of
Everywhere,
everything.
yes. And so, the whole goal is for women to come and feel like they've had a chance to relax and rest, recharge, and walk away with confidence, and again, in who they are and what they want to continually do and what their goals are.
And maybe new friendships and.
Right, and reconnect. And
We
connect.
told them either bring your roommate or we will put you with a roommate. because-
Yes, lovingly put you with the roommate. And we also connected with a chef up there,
Yes,
a woman-owned business. Her name is Amberly with Savannah Culinary Retreat. She is going to serve a plated dinner Friday night.
And it's
And-
all locally sourced food with
Yeah,
locally
local
sourced
farmers.
farmers.
Yes, yes.
So
So.
exciting.
Well, come on, man. Where's the guy's side?
Yeah.
She's a leader. Come on.
Well, I mean, maybe one day, but so that's October 3rd through the 5th again.
October 3rd
Through the
through the 5th, and this is August 12th or 11th or 12th?
Today's
Today's the 12th.
Is it? I thought it was the 13th.
It's the 13th.
13th.
Yeah.
So you still got well over a month to
Tons of
plan.
time.
Yes.
That's right.
But I must say this is extremely important because we are taking up 4 spaces. We have 2 other women who are coming with us who have great added value. One lady's name's Christina Rodriguez. We call her the money coach, or she
Yeah.
coins herself as the money coach. Money coach
Money-
Chris? Money coach? Yeah,
Coach
okay.
Chris.
Anyway, she was a former financial advisor, and she has created a entire segment on how we're emotionally attached to money.
Mhm.
And so she is going to come in and present on that and what that looks like. Very
How
good
to
for women.
heal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
how to heal from like what it looked like when you were a kid, if you were constantly like holding on to your money or your parents were holding on, and then it, again, it goes back to kind of like childhood trauma. And then the other lady, Kim, is it Reeves? Kim Reeves, Kruger Reeves.
Oh
I think,
yeah, I did a
Yes.
podcast with her as
She
well.
Yeah,
She's
a wonderful
spectacular.
woman.
She does a lot of healing. She has her own podcast called Her. She has her own group of women, and she does a lot with healing and that healing journey. So she will close up and put a bow on the retreat on Sunday morning,
Yeah.
and then she will be a part of Friday and Saturday as well. Christina will as well. So what
Mhm.
we want to do is wrap women in healing, their worth, understanding money, how to be more financially secure, and
Mhm.
then Kimberly with the healing. Kim and I are part of Ladies of Lakeland together, and that's a whole nother wonderful.
I did a podcast with them.
Yep.
And that's when Kim was here.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she and I'm this year's class, so we're super excited. What we really want the retreat to do is surround them holistically
Yeah.
and understanding, deep breath, but then working through different things and different phases of things that you need to tackle, And so they will be part of that as well. And it would just be a moment in time to really be selfish. You've got to plan for it. You've got to set aside the time for it. You've got to get there. Saturday we've connected.
Is this the first one?
The first one. Saturday, we've connected with businesses downtown where we want them to go shop, I know, twist your arm to shop, and then go to dinner in Savannah,
Mhm.
and really take some time away, and then Sunday, take that morning to really.
And where do people go? Do they go to Facebook? Where do they go to know information?
So it's definitely on Facebook, it's on Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's on our Empower and Evolve group page. So we've been putting it out there consistently. And we've also been sending out emails every week, scheduled emails for women that have former former attendees, and any new woman that we come across that it wants more information, we provide it. So it's out
And
there.
there's a cost, and it's all listed there and all that.
Yes, and
There is a cost, so you can break it up into different payments. We will work with you to make that happen.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So yeah, we have a full-time payment or a one-time payment of the entire price, break it into halves or thirds, and we're even willing to do it differently if it needs
Sure,
to be.
it's your intent. If you want to go, we'll find a way.
Yes,
That's right. 16
exactly.
women, I've already,
Yeah.
I already know those women I'm praying over them, thinking about them, it's gonna be an amazing time.
We're excited about
You guys
it.
are making me jealous, man. I want to go.
Thanks.
I want to
Yeah,
go. I have stress.
Well, if we have a guys retreat, it will be like hunting or maybe somewhere out, we
Ah.
can run through the woods and get muddy and dirty and.
Just get the old 55 square inch and football on.
Oh, there
I'm
you
kidding.
go.
I'm kidding.
There you
I'm
go.
kidding.
During halftime, we'll have a little.
There you go. Bring your chest, baby.
Yeah.
I'm
so-
sorry. I'm making it worse.
No, that's okay. It's okay. So women, so anybody out there can follow us on, individually, Lori Long and Stephanie Cologne.
That's right.
Go to our Facebook group page. You have to look for it. It is
Empower
a Empower and Evolve.
Empower and
And
evolve on
And
Facebook.
it's the ampersand and.
The and saying, yeah.
The and so and you have to join the group because it is a group page. It is a private page. On Instagram, it's empower__evolve, and they can just follow there as well. And we post things on our TikToks channels individually.
Yeah.
So as we continually grow, we'll get all of that wrangled in. We're just working through.
And
all
just
those
one
things
more
now.
thing, we are talking about our women's workshops, but we also we work with businesses and corporations,
Right.
and we come in to a corporation or to a business, and we help reset the culture of that business, and that is for women and men, or it can just be for the women of your organization. But what's so important is culture is a builder, and if you wanna have an ROI and you wanna talk about growing your business, you have to pour into your people, and you have to have a culture where people feel like they're a part of it, they're worthy, they're valued. You have to understand how to coach your employees, communicate with your employees, how to celebrate your employees,
Right.
how to reward your employees. That's a very, very
Incentives work.
incentive
Yeah.
What
work.
incentives?
But you are incentivized different than I am. So if I have a carte blanche incentive program, I'm leaving people behind
Right.
because I'm incentivizing the way I think I want to. And you may think,
Sure.
if I reward you by standing you up in a group meeting and you're like, if you stand me up in front of 700 people, I am quitting tomorrow.
Mhm.
But if I just reward you the way you want to be rewarded,
That's right.
you will stay forever.
Right.
It's also where people sit, how people communicate. There's a myriad of things. So we have our Empower and Evolve, but we also really we have coming up with an employer next month.
Locally. Yeah.
Locally.
Local employer.
Where we are coming in to talk to them about how to really build that culture. And there's elephants in the room at every business that the employees know, and it frustrates them every single day.
Mhm.
And the employer's kind of looking the other way, working on ROI, working on that P&L. Well, if you can take care of that elephant, that P&L is going to explode.
Right.
My
so-
wife worked at Watson Clinic for 14 years,
Mm-hmm.
and COVID, they fired her,
Mm.
but she used to come home and tell me about this person, this person, this person.
Sure.
And so work is a source of the pressure
That's right.
in
Yeah,
many
that's
cases.
right.
Yeah.
It's not just family and sacrifice, but
Right.
work itself is a pressure builder.
Yeah.
That's right.
I just had a conversation with a young lady yesterday, and I said, before I was done, we had a little meeting, and she said, I said, how can I help you? Because I always like to try to end, like, what can I do for you?
Right.
And she's like, encourage me. And I'm like, really? Like, I didn't get that from anything you already said. We were just talking business stuff. And I'm like, what's going on? And which caused me to be late to my next meeting, which is fine because I just, I've been thinking about her ever since. So now I want to send her messages every day and just encourage her. So I asked her, I told her to write down a couple of things that she can think about and not worry about the pressures of work because it was work related. And I said, if you're doing your best every day, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, keep moving forward. Nobody's complaining.
You need that
That's right.
priority list
Yeah.
rearranged.
Yeah,
That's right,
yeah.
that's right.
And I think, I mean, I grew up like wanting more because I grew up in an environment where I just didn't like it. I didn't want to live like that. And I knew from an early age, like probably the age of 8, that and in fact, I remember exactly where I was when I knew I wanted something different. And
That's very unique.
yeah, I walked into my friend's house and I looked around, and it wasn't the things on the wall or the house itself. It was just orderly, it was calm, and it was peaceful. And I said, this is the kind of life I want.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, like, that's what I have strived to do, because I lived with schizophrenia, and not me, but my
Sure.
family, and alcohol and domestic violence, you know, just all these things. And I just did not want, I don't like chaos. I like calmness, you know? And so, Lori probably knows when I have like some kind of chaos going on, I'm all out of like, Lori, and she's probably like, stop it. Yeah.
That's gotta be nice, just a
Yeah,
call,
bring it down,
just a
yeah.
phone call.
Yeah. She,
Just the littlest things
Mhm.
can change your whole day.
yeah.
But it's me being intentional, and this is what we try to talk about, understanding and seeing that, and then knowing that she needs me to say, I know what to say, I know
Yeah.
how to say it, and I know how to say, okay, let's, and I come from that because.
That comes with time and friendship.
It
Mhm.
does, but I also know this because I grew up with a military father who was always the commander of every post we ever lived at. He was Colonel Bremer, he was, 6'6", and I grew up with a terminally ill mother. So the way I walk into every room is how can I read people differently than everybody else, because I wanna calm you down, I wanna make sure you feel safe, I wanna
Yeah.
make sure you feel like I've got this, I don't want you to worry that something is happening. If I see something, I will just fix it without even telling you I'm gonna go fix that for you.
Mhm.
Because I have always, one of the best gifts I ever got from someone who loves me is she said, it was a lot being Gus and Debbie Bremer's daughter. Yes, it was. I didn't realize that, but I see her and I go, okay, I know what I need to say, I know how, but I didn't ask her permission. I just love her enough to say, okay, I wanna calm you down.
Mhm.
That's part of the culture that we bring to our
Mhm.
workshops. And when we
Yeah.
work with people, I want you to feel, oh, okay, I'm okay.
It's
okay.
taken me 50 years. You know, some things you can know what the answer is and be aware of it.
Mhm.
Right.
But in my mind, there's a difference between knowing something and realizing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? I've known that we're all connected. My blood fits in your body.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
blood fits in your body.
That's right.
And your blood fits in mine. So we're all human. I've always known that.
Yeah.
But realizing it is something completely different. Knowing that when you're going out and helping someone, you're helping yourself.
Mhm.
We are all one.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so when you're helping someone who didn't expect it, or you cheered them up, you're helping yourself as well.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all one.
Absolutely.
It's amazing when things come back to, like you said, karma, and people say, oh, well, you helped me when, or if it weren't for you, this, and I'm like, really? You know, like,
You don't realize it, yeah.
yeah, you just have no clue. And then it's like, oh, I've kind of been doing this all along, because I've always said that I want to just inspire other people, you know,
Yeah.
to be better versions of themselves.
I agree.
And I think about that. I remember having that thought many, many years ago. I'm like, how can I be inspirational to other people?
Yeah.
And I guess it's just because I wanted to do that, I've done it. You know, it's just kind of weird.
Just at the top, just something to tell them. I went to a party. It was here in Florida, so I was in Florida. Went to a party, and one of the monkeys, the band group Monkeys,
Yeah.
was
Oh.
up there playing, and I recognized him. It was
Aw.
someone's yard, somene's house.
Oh,
And
low key.
back in, you guys probably remember the 80s parties where people would just show up. You weren't invited, no.
Oh.
And it was a party.
Gatsby's.
And I walked into this, yeah, that's right.
Gatsby
I walked into this
party.
guy's house. This is how I want to live. That's
Mhm.
exactly what I said, this guy's got CDs where he could play them, and he had speakers in the ceiling and all around the house. I was
Yeah.
like, you could play music all around your house.
Yes.
I want that.
Yes.
And that's basically when I started to say, you know what?
Yeah,
Go for what you want.
that's right.
Yes.
And I
Visualize it.
yeah, and so one of the things too that we talk about is that we tell people, like, we believe that you can have everything your heart
Yes.
desires.
Yes.
You
You're
just
so
have to
worthy
believe
of
it too.
Yes.
Right.
You know,
And
so,
that's the core. Let us help you believe how much we believe. I
Yeah.
say all the time when I coach people, if you don't believe it, I'm gonna let you borrow my belief until you believe it. Cause I believe it so purely, I will do everything I can to get you to believe it.
Yeah.
When I taught first grade, my favorite thing in the entire world to do is teach a child to read. Because if you teach a child to read, you go from letter sounds to building words to understanding, and then they realize they can read anything that changes their life.
Yeah.
They are it just was my favorite thing. When I can get you to believe as much in you as I believe in you, changes your life.
Yeah.
And we have watched that happen at our retreats
Mhm.
and or at our workshops.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
is fantastic.
Mhm.
That is fantastic.
And we just need to keep the fire. We need to keep flaming the fire, because when they walk out, it's up to them. So that's why we stay in touch and keep checking and
Of course.
keep coming back. because
Facebook
we're-
group, you know,
Mhm.
that, so people, we put positive things out there and just recognize with what's going on,
Yeah.
and, yeah. all
This
that
can be a
stuff.
worldwide movement. You guys
We
keep
want it to
going.
be.
We already
want it to be.
Worldwide.
It will be. It will be.
We believe that
And
it will
that's
be.
why it hurts us so much when it's not competition. If you would just listen to us, we want.
Yeah.
We're not your competition.
See,
we're your
I'm not here to
cheerleaders.
take something from you. I'm
Right.
trying to give you.
I'm here to give it to
Yeah.
I'm
you.
not here to take. I'm here to
No.
give.
Yeah, well, so we started, so the collaboration versus competition,
Yeah.
we talked about that. I put a thing out there, a message out on Facebook, and it's wherever I put it, I don't remember. Anyway, that,
It is wildfire. It's all over Facebook.
yeah, people are now doing things like, oh, it's collaboration versus competition, or, you know, community versus competition, and I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, we're so excited.
I know. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes, it will be a worldwide movement.
There
We
you
know
go.
we're called to this because it's such a.
Yeah.
We're standing in the gap for people. There was research you got yesterday.
Oh.
It's
Huge.
they need everywhere.
Yeah, so corporations are not giving those leadership trainings that they used to. They don't put a lot of money into that like they used to, and it's on a decline. However, in the women's space, women are craving what we're offering,
Yep.
and because we wanted to make sure we were on the right track. Like, so we got some research done, you know, and the statistics are insane. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? What are we doing wrong? why isn't everybody coming to this? But we also know, we had this conversation. It's like, okay, we can't be as big as we want to be right now because we're not ready. And I only say we're not ready because
We
this
are
is a
ready.
process.
We are
It's
so
a
ready.
process. But we've got to go through all the steps to get to be in
Sure.
that place, you know? I can't imagine us being like worldwide right at this moment. We got to get
give me a microphone and sit down.
There you
I
go.
will cheer you on.
We
like,
will be there. We will be there. It's happening. It's happening.
I know.
Well, you
Like all
guys-
these things have happened. So.
You guys are doing good for the world.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
And that's what we want. We want women to feel like they can be supported, and
Yeah.
we're attacked all the time, right? So like the devil comes after women.
Mhm.
If we're gonna speak a little bit about spiritual, the devil comes and attacks women because we're providers of life, and he does not like
and
life.
love and community and
Yes,
family.
yeah, and we're nurturers. So
nurturers.
because of that thing that's trying to attack us all the time, we get inside our heads. So it's all of that negativity, all of those bad thoughts, and that's when we go back to the question: is like, is that thought serving you?
Right.
Is it true? If it's not, let it go.
And tell it to shut up and go away.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I've always known, women are stronger and smarter. I've
Okay.
always realized
Say
that. I'm not kidding you. I mean, my mom from my grandparents, it was just like, Dad, why would you do that? It's common sense, you know?
Yeah. I think we're just intellectually different. I am such a proponent of strong men. We need strong, brave, leader
Mhm.
men. We need men to realize how strong and brave and providing they are to us.
Yeah.
Because the stronger and more healthier mentally the men are, then we get to be strong and healthy and grow together. We want men to heal. We want men to understand who they are and who we need them to be.
Mhm.
We need them to stand in the gap for us so that we can be strong women. And so, yes, you should listen to your wives, but we should also listen to, it's just that healthy feeding
Dialogue.
I
into
agree.
each other,
Mhm.
you know. So I want strong, healthy men too, so that we can be the women that we need to be.
Yeah, my husband is a huge. If you ever talk to him, he would tell you in a minute, like, oh, I'm Mr. Stephanie Cologne. It's what he says. Yeah.
Talk to my husband.
Yeah. He'll tell you, I will be the first man or the first husband or whatever.
He is a
You-
huge supporter.
Oh yeah, he definitely is. Like, I'll be your security. And I'm like, I know you will. Like, I'm not worried about that. But yeah.
This
so.
is fantastic. So you guys will come back and tell me all about it
Oh,
afterwards? We'll
yeah.
have another episode?
Yes,
They are
thank you.
huge. Thank you for having us. This
That's
podcast
my pleasure.
in Lakeland. Lakeland needs this podcast.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
yeah.
much.
You are spectacular. I love watching it. I love seeing people on. I love seeing the I Am Lakeland everywhere. The I Am
Yeah.
Oh, I
Florida.
appreciate
I
it.
Yeah.
love it. I'm such a cheerleader.
Yeah, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm just trying to make the world a better place.
You are,
Yeah.
and you are.
And I'm
Yeah.
just trying.
And we're starting with Lakeland. We're the heartbeat.
There
Yeah.
you go.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
right in
keep
the middle of
going.
the state.
Yeah.
So, mhm.
Anything else to add, guys?
I don't think so.
No.
Just we're grateful. Thank you
Thank
you.
so much for
Thank you,
having
thank
us.
you.
And I've known about you for a while, but we just never met till now.
No, yeah. I mean, well, we've kind of run in the same circles.
Yeah, the chambers and stuff.
Yeah.
Connection.
Yeah.
That's right. I want to thank Cohas for letting me use this beautiful
Cohas,
room.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Thank
Amazing.
you, Coach. Thank you, I Am Lakeland, I Am
Yes,
Florida,
yes,
I
yes.
Am.
Thank
Thank
you.
That's right,
you.
I am. That's
Yes.
right.
You guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you.